Been invited by a friend to explore a new place in Bali called Pantai Geger. Could be Geger, but we'll say Geger anyway. And it's down near Nusa Dua. Let's check it out. Oh, and we're gonna go along the toll road, the only toll road in Bali at this stage. That's the one that goes over the ocean. And from Sanur, it either goes to the airport or to Nusa Dua. I'll show you what it's like on the motorbike. So Geger has a pretty important temple down here, and at the car park, most of the locals coming down here for the temple. But then you've got all these, like all these little warongs here and little shops. View over the ocean there, which is where a lot of people go surfing. And there's a little walkway down to the beach, which I'll explore soon. And then there's this little place, which is called Breakfast at Maggie's, which is a fairly new place, and they're doing a little bit more modern style food, like rice bowls, healthy cakes and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to check it out. So Breakfast at Maggie's is owned by a friend of a friend of a friend of a relative, and we're just going to stop in here and get a bite to eat and a couple of drinks while we're looking at this beautiful view. It's actually really cool because it's really it's quite a cheap way to have a beachfront meal. I'm going to have a look down at the beach down here. It's a pretty tiny beach. Oh, it's tiny, absolutely tiny. But it's beautiful, look at that, absolutely beautiful. I mean, and you know what? It's really vacant as well. Hardly anyone down here. It's probably because it's a little bit unknown, a little bit out of the way as well. But if you're in the area, or even if you're not, it's worth visiting because it's just really fantastic. And now that I'm down here, there's a little cave here as well, which is really cool. I don't know how dangerous this is. I mean, it could be dangerous if waves come down here, which I think they might do. I might get out of there because I reckon that looks pretty dangerous. Because the reason I say it is because up high, there's actually drops dropping down from up high, which leads me to believe that the waves might actually occasionally pound through there, and you don't want to get stuck in there if it's like that. But anyway, further along there are other little nooks and crannies in that little cave there, which is just unreal. Beautiful. Oh, just a brilliant, brilliant beach. There's only 3 other people here besides me. I'm just surprised really that such a good beach can be so empty. I mean, the road in here is a little bit out of the way, and if you don't know about this place, it's going to be a little bit, well, you're just not going to come down here. What a brilliant place. Love it. Might go on and see if that food's been cooked up yet. Have a bit of a bite to eat. Another little plug for my friends, relatives cafe there. They're doing their own little homemade brownies and banana oat bread. She's actually the owner of actually a pastry chef, worked in all the big hotels, so knows what she's doing when it comes to baking. So I got the basil chicken, Susan got the teriyaki chicken. I'm going to try both of them, so let's try out the teriyaki chicken first. It's just a piece of chicken with a bit of rice there with the teriyaki sauce, looks good. Really good flavour with that teriyaki chicken. Let's try this basil chicken. Oh, that's really good too. Fantastic for a little light meal. Cheap as anything. Like, it's such a budget offering. It's fantastic, and it's full of meat, which is usually a bit more expensive than that when you're in Bali. So that's the beach just there, and that was the little cave sort of system that I was in. But just around the corner from that little cave there, the water's quite shallow, and it doesn't look like the waves rip into that area either. There's a little bit of a swell, but it just looks beautiful. And then there's a little beach there. I'm not sure if that's accessible or not, but just the water there is fantastic for a little swim. I reckon it's an absolutely fantastic beach, and one that I'll definitely be coming back to explore a little bit more. Today's a big ceremonial day down here at the beach. Because they've got this big temple down here, they're doing the Malasti ceremony, and it's actually quite restricted in terms of who can come down here and who can't. If you're going to one of the warungs, okay, you can come down, but you can't go anywhere near that temple. And maybe that's why it's a little bit quieter. There's been a few more foreigners coming down here in the afternoon looking for a place to surf, but not many. I mean, there's less than 10 down here, and most of them are coming for a surf. So all in all, a fantastic place to come if you're looking for a different beach, something a little bit unique, a little bit small, a little bit off the beaten track, really. Brilliant. It's the sort of places that we're looking for all the time, actually, these little hidden beaches. This is one of them, Pantai Geger. I think that's how you say it. I hope it is. Definitely worth a look. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanua. I'll catch you next time.